Okay, we've got breaking news coming in. Let's bring in former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee. Governor, it's good to see you. The New York Times is reporting Hamas took at least 150 hostages, Americans among them, and now Hamas is threatening to execute civilian hostages if attacks by Israel target civilians in Gaza Strip without warning. Your reaction to all of this and the terror attack by Hamas?
Well, I've been to Israel over the past 50 years. My first trip was 1973, just before the Yom Kippur War. I was there in 2014 in the Gaza war that happened then. Let me tell you very clearly, Israel does not target civilians. They take every measures that we in the United States do not take to try to protect as many civilians as is possible. But Hamas puts their civilians right in front of their weapons. And they put their civilians in the most dangerous places so that they can get video and pretend that they are just brokenhearted because their people got killed. This is outrageous, and what I'd love to see is President Biden come out and say, harm one hair on an American's head, don't release them, and it won't just be Israel that you'll have to be dealing with, because the United States does not take kindly to our citizens being murdered and being held hostage in inhumane conditions and under absolutely unprovoked conditions.
We'll monitor the White House, see if that statement comes out. So the push to swiftly elect a new House Speaker, the lawmakers are scheduled to hold a candidate forum tomorrow, an internal election on Wednesday. That may be on a fast track. It looks like it was between Congressman Steve Scalise and Jim Jordan. Who do you want?
You know, it's not up to me. Both are great guys. I think we could live with either one of them, and they would be excellent candidates. What I hope more than which one of them get it is that all of the Republicans circle the wagons, come together, get unanimous, quit the infighting, quit saying I want it all or I don't get anything and I won't play ball. It's not the way politics works. If you want what you want all the time and you want it forever, you get nothing and you get that forever. So they're going to have to recognize that the Rolling Stones had a great moment of political science wisdom when they said you can't always get what you want. So line up behind one of these guys, give him your support, and try to be more like what we see in the teamwork of the Democrats. They never break ranks. And instead, they break our backs constantly because they stick together while we splinter. So, Governor, how would you deal with Iran? I'd make it very clear, first of all, we're cutting off any aid whatsoever. That every deal is off. We dry up their oil supply. We make it real clear that there is nothing off the table for us. We hold them responsible for the financial backing that they gave to Hamas, because Hamas can't do this without Iran, and make it very clear that if they continue to sponsor these things, which are not just hurting Israel, which has a right to exist in its indigenous homeland, but they're hurting Americans. They're kidnapping Americans. They're murdering Americans in cold blood. And we're just simply not going to stand by and say, yeah, we'll come to get real clear there is no negotiation. And the more harm you do, the more harm you will receive. It's the only thing they understand. Got it. Mike Huckabee, thank you for joining us. Good to see you. Thank you, Liz.